All right. Hello, everybody. So this is step one for working on your cake slice sculpture. The first step is that you need to get this template printed out. You're going to cut out each of these shapes. So as you're cutting out each of these shapes, you want to make sure that you're not getting jagged lines and that everything looks really just kind of clean and smooth. Ways to do this is by kind of like I hold it with with my hands, kind of I claw it sort of, and then I just bring the scissors across very evenly. So you go through and you cut all of those images, or all of those shapes, I mean, and get that all through. Give me a minute to... You want to cut on the line as best you can because you want everything to fit. You want it to be as clean of a cut as possible. Again, avoiding jagged lines. You want to put your shapes separately from your trash. And then all right, so that's the trash over there, set off to the side. These are the shapes, all that you need. Then your next step is that you're going to get the cardboard boxes. Now you don't need the whole box, you only need half of the box. So if you already, if you're getting a full box, then you want to take your scissors and you want to cut half of there. You're not really going to use the sides at all. You're just going to be using the center in here. So you could set this one off to the side, give it back to me, or give it to someone who needs it. You're going to put your shapes. You want to fit your shapes on however they best fit. There's no really right or wrong, just as long as you have it inside here, not on any of the folded marks. So this might be a little bit tricky. This box is a little bit smaller than a typical cereal box. It's just like a little Wheat Thins box. So it might take a little bit of puzzle piecing together to see what might work. Might get the pieces close together so that one's just not quite wanting to fit. If this is happening to you where you're kind of getting like a little bit on the edge, on that folded edge, just kind of form things as best you can. If it is bending like that little tiny bit, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. But if it is happening to you, then maybe just, if that's happening, pull that piece off to the side, get these figured out, and then there's probably going to be a scrap piece from somewhere that you can also use. Or you can also still use the extra piece if not all of your pieces fit on one, okay? So you take a marker and you trace your shapes. I did that little part here just because I knew that I cut up a little bit, but common sense tells me that that would be a straight line, so that's why I drew that as being a straight line right there. Okay, so once you have all of your template pieces stenciled on and outlined, you're going to take scissors and you want to cut them out. Really getting those straight edges is really going to matter on here. If you find that it's hard to kind of turn the scissors, you can kind of just cut out over to cut it off and then cut off the extra piece. Like I was saying before, I ran out of room on my original cardboard, so I needed to use an extra piece to get that square because it wouldn't fit before. Now with this, I wouldn't throw this piece away. There's still a lot to be used here. So if this is the case for you, you would give this piece back to me in case another student needs it for a similar reason. But if you have a piece like this, this can go back into the trash. Okay. So then you want to take your pieces and you're forming them into a cake. So the idea is that this is the side of the cake, or the back side of the cake. These are the sides, and then this is the top, and this is the bottom. So if you kind of lay it all out, you kind of form it with the square in the middle and each of the triangles forming that like so. And then you pick one of the triangles, it doesn't matter which one, and form it like that. So it kind of looks like a rocket ship almost. And then you get some tape. The type of tape does not matter, honestly. It can be Scotch tape, masking tape. So we're gonna use kind of whatever is available. I have a lot of Scotch tape available. I have a lot of masking tape available. So it's all fine either way. And you just wanna make sure that it's all connected and that there's no, like you don't wanna tape it like that with that big gap. You want to make sure that it's really snug up against each other, and you also don't want to make sure that it's overlapping. So you don't want to do this either. You want it just to be right next to it. Okay. Okay, so once you have that, then you kind of start putting it together. So I turn mine around, and then I fold this up to where it fits kind of like this. And then you fold this up here and this up here, and you kind of form that cake idea. You stabilize it by still using tape. I find it easy to get just like a piece and put it on, and then I'm going to place it on here and kind of holding my thumb on the inside like that, I'm able to secure a piece of tape on. Then I'm gonna get another piece, close that up, put that piece on first, close this up here. And having the cardboard show or the printed side show, it doesn't matter at all. So there's no really right or wrong. The last one I did before this, it was the brown cardboard on the outside, and it doesn't make any difference. So this is how you get your first step completed. The next step will be to wrap it in foil. So make sure that you watch the next video on how to wrap it in foil. Thanks, guys.